Hi there, Melinda Lee with Melinda Lee Beauty Tips, and every week I put a little collection. This is my collection, this is my little collection box of my pills. So I'm 61 years old, I don't take any medication, but I do believe in supplements and vitamins and things, and so I wanted to share with you some of my favorite things that I think have helped keep my skin looking really great and my body feeling vibrant and alive and helping me to keep my weight down. So weight management is another one of those issues. I think as we get older, it can be a challenge to keep ourselves in the shape we'd really like to be in. So the first thing that I do is I take magnesium, and this is a 500 mgs. And on Sunday night, because I have one for each, I've got an AM and a PM version in this little box. So on the PM version, I put 2 of the 500 magnesiums, and then the rest of the week I just put 1. And the reason I do that is because sometimes I splurge a little bit more over the weekends, and I find that if I can first thing on Monday morning have a really good movement, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of us have challenge going to the bathroom, and not only does this make your stool nice and soft, for me, it also helps me go a lot. So I feel like that kind of helps me move things through and kind of keep my weight down to where I'd like it to be. Because you're taking that magnesium, the one thing you're going to want to make sure of also is that you're taking a calcium along with a D. So this is in my little travel bag, so it's easier for me to carry. So this is a 600 milligrams of calcium with a D3, and there's 800 milligrams in this one pill. So this, along with my magnesium, this kind of makes one complete dosage, so to speak. So I always take my calciums and my Ds and anything that I think might also help me sleep. I take those in the evenings rather than in the morning with my morning pills. So that's that magnesium. And again, I think it's really important for keeping your weight down, keeping your bowel movements soft, and having abundance of them so that you're actually taking all of the waste out of your system. And sometimes women say that I just can't seem to lose weight, and I've got this gut, and I'm holding on to all this extra baggage and everything. Well, sometimes it can be an excretory issue. So consider upping your magnesium. Of course, I am not a doctor or a healthcare professional, so this is just one woman sharing advice to you. Personally. So you may want to consult with your doctor, especially if you're taking any sort of medication. Sometimes these things can conflict and you can have reactions. So just make sure that you're checking in for what really works for you. This is what's working for me. So hopefully I can help you a little bit with that. The other thing that I found out is that as a fairly petite, light-eyed, light-skinned female, as I'm aging, I am much more susceptible to osteoporosis. So Caucasian women, light hair, light eyes are the most susceptible to having more brittle bones and having issues, bone issues. So I started taking something called Osteo 8. And Osteo 8 has to actually kind of be prescribed. Now, you don't necessarily have to go to a doctor, but some sort of a healthcare professional or practitioner. I go to an acupuncturist, Carolyn Divick, and she actually has to order this for me. I can't go online and even order it for myself. I tried. The company is called Evergreen. So if you know someone who is an acupuncture or a healthcare professional, maybe an integrative health professional of some sort, they can probably get this for you. So I order that. I'm just taking this as a precaution. I don't have osteoporosis, but I could in the future. So just as a preventative mechanism, in addition to my calcium and other things, I'm taking this Osteo 8. And it's a combination of more Chinese herbal kinds of supplements. And I take one in the morning and one at night. And then something that I've been taking for about 15 years, and I think it's really helped my skin from the inside out, is something called Ageless Skin formula. It's by Blue Bonnet. And one time there was a big diet, and it was Dr. Perricone, and it was the wrinkle reducing or the wrinkle eliminating diet. And it was a lot of salmon and canned salmon and certain kinds of oils and certain kinds of dark green vegetables and stuff. So some things that were kind of common sense. But then he had this whole line of supplements. And I went into the healthcare store, Whole Foods kind of a store. And it wasn't Whole Foods, but it was that kind. And I said, what can I take? Because in his, they were all separate, but it had vitamin C ester, it had alpha lipoic acid, DMAE, all of those things in one supplement. But his were all separate, and it was so expensive. It was like $300 or something ridiculous like that. And the gal at the store said, absolutely, I can duplicate that. So this is the one thing that I've been taking that I really feel has helped my skin stay nice and vibrant and keep a little bit of that collagen poofiness, that nice texture that I think we're all trying to get. So I take this, I just take one a day, and I've been taking this again for about 15 years. So I would highly recommend Ageless Skin formula. And oh, by the way, I have not had a facelift yet. I'm sure someday I will. I do notice that there's like a little bit of thing that's happening in the neck now and all that. But, you know, taking good care of your skin, making sure that you put a good SPF on, you know, every day, whether it's a sunny day or not, no matter where you live in our beautiful country or around the world. Thank you for joining me around the world. These things can make a difference, and as we get older, I mean, I see so many of my fiancés, friends, wives, and so many times they've sunned their skin so hard that they look 5, 10, 15 years older than their husbands who haven't done that. And I think that there was that belief that tan skin was so beautiful. Well, now we can get that tan look with some bronzers and things like that. So go with the cosmetic tan look as opposed to the out in the sun kind of tan look. So just so you get another idea of some of the other things that I use, but I can't actually specifically say what they're doing for me necessarily, but I am taking a turmeric. This one's a curcumin 2K. It's supposed to have some sort of black pepper that's supposed to make it absorb better, because I was starting to feel a little bit of tightness and a little bit of soreness in my joints and my hips and stuff, so I'm taking this. Because some heart issues run in my family. I don't have them, but my brothers have both had some issues. My father has had some heart issues. I was told a baby aspirin or a low dosage aspirin. I take that first thing in the morning. Aspirin can have some caffeine in it, so I don't want anything that can possibly keep me awake at night. So this is one of the things I use first thing in the morning. And then I tend to run a little, I don't want to say anxious, but I think a lot of women, I don't know what it is about us. So there's a little bit of like zzz, you know, and I want to make sure that I'm giving my body everything that it needs. So I also like to have a super B complex, because I don't know why I feel stressed. I shouldn't. I've got a lovely life, but I think it's just sometimes being a woman, we tend to worry about things that we shouldn't. So I take a very strong stress reducing B, and I like the complex that has the 6 and the 12 and all those B's in it. So this also has a vitamin C in it as well, so I'm getting that in, and sometimes CVS has buy one get one, so I've got this one, and then I got the same exact size. This one has, oh my goodness, 300 caplets, and I got another one for free, so that's great. I do take a multivitamin that's geared for women, so that has some other good things in it for me, and you can just look and see what's best for you. I feel like as a 60-plus-year-old woman that taking a multivitamin just to kind of cover my bases is kind of what I'm doing. And I don't tend to have an upset stomach very often, but I didn't want to start taking Rolaids and these chewable things on a daily basis. But I found that this papaya enzyme, if my stomach feels the least bit off, this is a great thing for me to be taking. And then the last thing, and I don't have it here in front of me, it must be upstairs, is a biotin. Because my integrative health people in Sarasota believe that wellness begins in the gut. That if your stomach is functioning properly and getting the nutrients it needs from your food, then it can feed the rest of your body. If it's not, then it's going to start to pull. It's going to pull the calcium from your bones. It's going to pull from your organs and whatever. We don't want that. We want to be feeding all of those things. So consider looking into either getting some professional advice I did, and this biotin, B-I-O-T-I-N, biotin, is something that I'm adding into my daily routine. And the last thing, I've got to get up and get it to show you, is something that I started just a little while ago, and I ordered it online. Oh, here's my biotin. So this biotin you have to order also from a healthcare professional, and this biotin is from Ageless, and I think it comes from Spain or somewhere. So I think that, you know, having these little extra precautions, you know, sometimes people say like, was that really necessary or not? I don't know, but I feel good. So, and then the last thing, and I have been drinking kind of green drinks with spirulina and all sorts of interesting seaweed and all that stuff, you know, for a long time. But they taste so bad. And I thought, you know, gosh, I wish I could find one that actually tastes decent. And I saw all these ads and everything, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give this a shot. And so I ended up getting, I think, 5 of these canisters because that was the best price per canister. And it's called Patriot Power, and it says greens here. So in here, the thing that they've added, which is really great, is they've added in some natural sweeteners along with beet, along with apple. So you're getting your fruits and your vegetables. And I really feel when I'm taking this, it's the first thing I take in the morning. I mix it up. It comes with a little shake thing, and it's just water with the Patriots powder, not powder, but it is a powder. It's, as you can see, and there's a little scoop right here. So I put this, you know, in the water and shake it up, and it actually tastes good. I was surprised. It's the first green drink that I've ever had that I thought, this is decent. This really tastes good, because I know that with what I eat on a regular basis, I am not getting all of the nutrients that I would love to be getting from food that's out there, but I can't eat that much and stay the size that I want to stay. So this seems to curb my appetite as well. I take it first thing in the morning, and then I wait until I'm actually really hungry before I eat something, whether that's a little egg white omelet, or whether it's some real grainy toast with a piece of cheese on it, or some fresh blueberries and Greek yogurt. You know, those are typical breakfasts of what I would have. So I hope that's enough to get you started. Feel free to give me any questions or have any concerns, or you want to add your 2 cents and say something that you're using, please let us know. Be happy to share that with everyone else. So I hope you're having a great day. Stay healthy, stay beautiful, do your best to be your personal best, and all will turn out well. Take care. Bye-bye.